Welcome back. If you're just tuning in and missed our conversation with Sergeant Joe Padula about the upcoming Eagle Challenge Fitness Tour event, you can watch it as well as past episodes on youtube.com/Fort Campbell 101. With me now are Mr. James Moore and Ms. Darlene Jackson from the RF Sync Library. Thank you for joining us today.
We're glad to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I understand there's something really exciting coming up at the library in the very near future. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yes, coming up in April, we have National Library Week, which will be April 14th through the 20th. National Library Week started in 1958. It's an annual celebration of the important role that libraries, particularly public libraries, play in American life. Now, what we're going to be doing is April the 15th through the 19th, we're going to have a whole series of special events. Starting on Tuesday, we have Terrific Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, Wonderful Wednesday, we also have our annual open house where we serve refreshments. And then Thrilling Thursday, we'll bring everything to a grand climax. And Darlene here is going to be very involved in all the different programs, and so she can tell us some more details about them.
I'm familiar with Ms. Darlene and her exciting way of presenting topics. I see you have a guest.
We do. We brought our guest from Where the Wild Things Are. He's only going to be a small part of what's going to happen. On Tuesday, the 16th, we're starting out with the Blue Star Family, and they are going to read a really interesting book. It's Always Listen to Your Mother. And they're going to do some crafts and some games. And if you come to that program, you have to sign up at the library, you will get that book.
Oh, that's very nice.
I have not read it all the way through, but I've read enough to know it's a really good book. So they're going to have a program on Tuesday morning at 10. Then at 3 o'clock, we're going to have crafts. We are going to throw a bunch of crafts out. Kids can come down after school and craft to their heart's content. And then the exciting thing, Where the Wild Things Are, going to happen on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. We're going to read the book. We'll be giving the book to all the kids that come. We're going to have a rumpus. You cannot do Where the Wild Things Are without a big rumpus.
Now, what are you going to rumpus? I mean, how is that going to be?
Oh, well, you start out with a loud roar, and you have to unwind, and it's probably some moaning will happen in there, but it's going to be fun. We're going to do crafts. We're going to make Macs out of toilet paper rolls. But the main thing with this Blue Star event and our Wild Things event, that they need to come down to the library or call us and tell us that they're coming. They need to sign up because we have limited amount of books. We don't want anybody to get there and be disappointed.
Of course.
I checked the clipboard this morning, and we have some places, a very few places for Where the Wild Things Are. We have more places for the Blue Star event in the morning, so you need to get that done really quickly.
The Blue Star event is during the day, so is that geared towards children who are not yet in school?
That is a toddler event, so that is geared for the wee ones, and that should run about 45 minutes.
They have a shorter attention span.
They certainly do.
And then for the evening event, children of all ages?
Children of all ages can come to that, and sometimes it's adults too.
Hey, well, some of us
they
never
like
grow
to
up.
listen to this book. And actually, we're going to be doing a lot more things with Wild Things. So that'll be fun. That all happens on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we have our regular Baby and Me. But what makes Wednesday a little bit more special, we always think of children. This time we thought of the parents who bring the babies.
Okay.
So we have some special things for the parents who bring the babies. And that starts at 10 o'clock. And that's a really great program. That program is growing like wildfire. We are almost out of our room.
That's a good problem to have.
It is a wonderful problem to have, and it's really great because it's Baby and Me. So part of that program is for the children. But after the children are playing, then the adults have time to interact. I tell them, you've got 1 hour. You don't have to talk baby talk. You can talk to each other.
Well, I think it's important to recognize their commitment to continue to bring
Absolutely.
their child to these programs at the library and understand the importance
Right.
of that.
And some are reading, and other times we give them, the children, something. This time it's for the adults. So
That's awesome.
they'll be coming. And then as Mr. Moore said, the refreshments during the noontime hour. And then on Thursday, we're having regular story time. And our theme is I Want to Be a Librarian. Obviously, we've already been there with that. But the theme is I Want to Be a Librarian. And all the books will be library manners, how to act in a library. And then our craft is a giant book. And it's almost as big as this table.
And they're going to make this book?
They're going to do that, and I think we're going to have to do it on the floor.
Yeah.
If we average about 36 plus children in that morning time, there's one at 10:30 and one at 1:30, and we'll just be all over the floor doing giant books. So it's going to be a fun time, and I think one thing that's really important is not only letting people know the importance of a library, but we have fun at the library, don't we?
We do.
We do.
I think that when
time.
you introduce a child at a very young age to reading and to books, that you make a lifelong learner and reader out of them. And reading, it increases the vocabulary, okay?
It does.
So it's definitely good as you get into the higher years of testing and things like that when they're looking at that in school. I remember going to libraries as a very small child and it being a place, a destination I wanted to go to, something I looked forward to. So you're building that for our young children. And you have activities almost every week, not just during library week at the library.
These go on all the time. One of our goals, as you were suggesting, for Baby and Me, these aren't lofty goals, but we want to be gentle and share. Mm-hmm. And then as we progress into story time, taking commands from an adult that is not their parent. So lining up and getting hand stamps and doing their crafts. Mm-hmm. And all of these things are not only geared to literacy, but one step more, getting them ready for their next step, school. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of thought goes into when we put our programs together.
Well, it sounds like you've got some great plans for National Library Week, and I know there's always exciting things happening at the library. What number should people call if they want to get more information?
That number is 798-5729.
Thanks to both of you for coming and sharing this information with us today.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break.
Looking for a fun, competitive way to spend time with friends and meet new people? Fort Campbell MWR Paintball is the place for you. It's a fun and thrilling place to stay active and have an awesome time with your friends. They have everything you need to start paintballing off right, even if you've never paintballed before. They have 3 fields of various sizes, and you can play such games as speedball, capture the flag, deathmatch, and much, much more. It's an excellent place for birthday parties or any other special event. For more information, call 270-956-3118. Fort Campbell MWR, serving soldiers, families, retirees, and civilians.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying tuned to MWR Life on Air. If you'd like more information on family and MWR events and activities, you can check out our website or our Facebook page, or pick up the latest copy of the MWR Life magazines for families, single soldiers, or retirees. You can call our 24-hour recorded information line, join our text club by texting the letters MWR to 68683, and you can listen to our radio program on 1400 AM WJZM at 8 o'clock, or 105.1 WVRY at 8:30 on Friday mornings. The program's also rebroadcast on Fridays at 12:30 p.m. on 1400 AM WJZM. To receive weekly information to your inbox, please sign up to receive the MWR e-newsletter by going to our MWR website and clicking on MWR e-news and then selecting Register for e-news. You'll start receiving the electronic newsletter the following week. I'm Melissa Schaffner. Thanks for watching MWR Life on Air. We're supporting soldiers, families, retirees, and civilians with quality of life, events, and activities. We are your network of services. We'll see you next week.
Let your voice be heard. Get involved with BOSS. Better opportunities for single soldiers.
Whether you're new to the Army, in a new place, or back from deployment, let your voice be heard.
Quality of life, community service, recreation and leisure. 3 pillars that guide this outstanding program.
Join your fellow single soldiers. Get active with BOSS. Learn more at boss.armymwr.com.
BOSS, the voice of the single soldier.
Let your voice be heard.